Hey, it's KMK, and today we have the breakdown of the episode 9 preview, and holy shit, it looks like it's going to be one of those either mainly or entire episode dedicated to just one part of the storyline, which could be Jon's storyline, because we got nothing else from anything in that preview. It was just Davos, Melisandre, Jon, Sansa, and maybe a little bit of Ramsay. So from episode 8, we can see that a lot of the storylines that were taking up screen time are now closing off into their conclusions and moving on to the next phase. With the conclusion of Riverrun and Blackfish and all that storyline moving on, and it's going to settle down, and then Jaime will head back to this next phase. Cersei and her storyline has a date which is set, so it has to be like a time span that we have to see visibly throughout the show and the season, so we know that time has passed, and that will probably just have nothing in it, really, maybe one or two Cersei scenes in episode 10 before it happens, but that's why I don't think that will be in episode 9. So with all these things closing up, it gives us so much time and so much potential to have pretty much the bulk of the episode focus on the north. I do think they're going to leave us like hanging with that whole marine storyline and not really address that next episode. So we may have, like we had in season 4, where episode 9 was an entire episode dedicated on just the northern story. So with that, we'll go into the breakdown.
Battles have been won against greater odds. I fought beyond the wall against worse than Ramsay, but
you don't know him.
So we can see that we're still getting that conflict between Sansa and Jon that we had in the previous episodes. Now Sansa's played her hand. She sent that letter to Littlefinger and asked for his support, right? So she's kind of have to stall Jon Snow. She doesn't have to keep him from fully going into this battle 100%. She just has to stall him to the point where he won't come in before the armies of the Vale arrive. And that's what she's trying to do here, trying to stop him, lag him go between houses until Littlefinger and his armies can arrive to assist them. But I don't think it's going to work that well, because Jon is dead set of doing what he wants to do, because he's a dead man, right? He pretty much died, and he thought that his quest, his life, and everything was over. So he's kind of rushing into it ended again. He's just willing to go out there, finish it. He gave up the first time when he died, and now he's been forced into a situation where he has to try again. But he has no true motivation to follow through with it and actually win. He just wants to do it, get it done, and have it over with. So as we saw in episode 7, they're making camp at the same place that Stannis made his camp when he was travelling to Winterfell. Now the show played this off as them just using the natural forces of the mountain to be a fortress for us to be stopped to be attacked. He's the best military commander in the land. But really they just want him to have an excuse to find out about Shireen and what happened to him, and so he can get struck by that really hard. It will demolish him and break him down to learn about the truth of what happened to her, and it will make him so much less of a man than he was before. Now to make a whole episode just devoted around the north and their battle is going to be really hard for timing wise for that. So to fill in the few of the gaps, they can probably have like a side little storyline with Davos going around finding out what happened to Shireen and then his reaction to that, which will be kind of interesting, but it'll kind of break up a lot of the fighting and the scene and the action to make the episode flow better.
if I fall, don't bring me back.
Now that scene just emphasizes what I said again from before. He's given up. He's ready to give up. He just wants to do one last try because he's been forced into a situation where he has to help his family. He has to help the people who he was attached to before. But he doesn't want to keep doing this. He doesn't want to keep grinding the fight out and dying and coming back and trying. He just wants to finish his goal and get it over with. But what's going to be the sad thing is he wants that, but we all know, we hope, at least we know, that he's going to win. He's going to become powered and he's going to be forced to take on the White Walker threat as well, and so he's going to be continually pushed into the position where he has to help the realm, and he's forced into this, it's going to be so hard for him to try be the hero when all he wants to do is give up and die.
Thousands of men don't need to die.
Only one of us.
So Jon Snow kind of wants to do this one-on-one combat that would decide the outcome of what happens. And he's very honourable, he's very Ned Stark raised, and this is what he believes is the fair and just way to do it. But that's not Ramsay's game. Best case scenario, he cheats and then tries to kill Jon. But I don't think he's even going to do it at all. He's got the bigger army, he's got the advantage, he's brutal, he wants to be able to murder and flay all of them himself. He has no honour to him whatsoever, he has no spine, he's Ramsay Bolton. Did I really just censor myself? they really don't seem to be winning. Now straight away we can see that Ramsay's army is more organized, more well equipped, better fighters, and way larger, and they're prepared to fight. It's going to be a mosh pit of death and destruction and just violence. Absolutely the best situation for Ramsay, and not the best for the North, the people in the fight. Now it's so clear that all this foreshadowing we got, this whole build-up, is going to come to a point where the fight happens, the Boltons are winning, that they're bringing them back, and then the Vale army comes and does sweeps. But I really hope it's not that simple. I want Jon Snow to win, I want Sansa to be the winners, but I just hope they don't simplify it way too much. Littlefinger is this devious and evil, kind of manipulative, scheming person. He has to have a clear advantage. Okay, saving the health, helping out his friends, that's great, but I feel like he needs to have this grand plan. When we didn't have the Arya theories play out, when we didn't have all this awesome stuff that could have happened, this brilliant writing that could have happened, instead we just got plain, boring, flatline storyline, which is interesting enough, but we could predict it from a mile away, and it was like so simple and unimaginative. I want something awesome. I want a twist. It makes me want to go, yes, that's great. Now, as I said, I really like your guys' amazing theories and opinions on what should happen. If there was a twist to this fight, something that wouldn't go exactly how we think it's going to go, with the Boltons almost winning and then the Vale army sweeping in for the save the day, what would your twist be? What would your little scheme, what would your little thing that you believe would make the story so much more interesting be? Or do you like it just how it is? And that brings us to the sponsor of the day. Guess what it is? It's a surprise, boys. Hey, I don't think that's quite... Audible is a great, awesome audiobook service that allows you to be able to get a free audiobook of your choice. You can do the Game of Thrones audiobook, any audiobook you want from over 18,000 titles. I've read the entire Game of Thrones series off of there once. I've also read the books myself as well, but the audiobooks series is a really good way to be able to catch up and reread on things that you may have forgot, because it's simpler, it's easy, and it has a great narrator. So if you go to audibletrial.com/king, then you can get a free audiobook of your choice and a 30-day free trial to their amazing service. Also, for every single person that signs up, another face will be added to the haul. Thanks for watching this video. It's been an incredible ride throughout this amazing season, and I can't be more hyped for episode 9 and 10, and there will be a preview breakdown for episode 10, so you want to subscribe to make sure you see that. There'll be reviews and all some other shit I've been doing, other Game of Thrones videos. We'll have a whole season recap at the end, some brilliant top moments, and a whole bunch of other awesome shit coming your way, endless content for ages, so make sure you subscribe. Just do it. Just